Good evening, everyone. Welcome to your day one of system design. First and foremost, before we proceed further, I would really like to ask each one of y'all, and I'm waiting for your answer in the chat box. How many of y'all are really excited about this specifically system design training? Have heard from many of your seniors or your friends कि अगर system design आता है तो your life is set, secured, because all big organizations they ask, are your system design concepts clear? Or you will be able to build something new, different, understand the architecture. You'll be one who will be out of the blue, who will be out, or you say outstanding as compared to all others. So how many of y'all have that zeal inside to know what system design is? You just know the word, but you have never understood the real meaning of system design. So I am waiting for every one of you all to put it across in the chat box, and I'm going to read that. I'm excited. I'm super excited. Very excited, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I've heard and I'm grateful. This course is included in our 3.0. Excited. Super duper excited. Okay. Waiting for this day. Great. Thank you, Niharika. I think every one of you all have mentioned this as excited. Okay, and how many of you all, I'm sure many of you all are from various organizations who are a part of the system design training, because it's so crucial to know system design. Even if you're working, if you know system design, you have so many opportunities which opens up for you for a better organization, or for a better position. That's how it goes. Rahul says very much excited for the system designing training from Vimal sir. Learning from Vimal sir would be like designing an end-to-end system. That's great, Rahul. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, this training is a combination of people who are currently pursuing their engineering or any other technical degree from Earth, and also many of the learners who are currently in various organizations, who knows the importance of system design, who knows that if you know system design, if you understand low level and high level design properly, okay, you will be able to figure out what it is. So a brief introduction about your mentor. Your mentor for this program is none other than Mr. Vimal Daga, the philanthropist, senior principal IT consultant, TEDx speaker, internationally recognized industry expert, very famous, very popular in the industry as an integration guru, because he's the one who knows how to integrate ample of technologies. Okay, so, okay, Syed, thank you so much. Syed just said that I forgot my back pain after listening to Vimal sir's voice. Thank you so much, Syed. If his voice can act as a healer to every one of you all, to remove your pains, your fears, and for you all to move forward towards your learning, nothing can be better than that. Correct. So thank you so much. First time listening about this course, but eager to know what's the importance. Definitely, Priyansh, I'm sure you're undergoing your engineering or something. That's the reason. Gradually, you'll be able to figure out the importance of the same. Would not like to take much time of everyone out here. Okay, because I'm sure Vimal sir is already there, and what is the reason for the delay? Karthik, the reason was Vimal sir's availability. Over and above, even I'm sure you are our old student, if I'm not wrong, that all the previous programs, when Vimal sir starts delivering, we deliver quality content. Also, Vimal sir keeps asking in the classroom, do you want me to deliver something more, something extra? Obviously, we don't charge for that, but time is something which we have to pull out. So the previous programs which were going on needed more time as compared to the anticipated time. And that's the only reason. But I think system design already started over the weekend, because microservices is also a part of it. Waiting for the legendary is always awesome. No worries. Thank you so much, Faizan. But the point is, I need to be clear about the reason for the delay. Yeah. Excited for this journey. Thank you so much. It was a great session on microservices. Microservices is also a part of system design. You'll soon come to know where, what you're going to link and everything. So yeah, won't take much time. As I said, it is a humble request for each one of you all to attend all the system design sessions live, because you'll experience that, you'll feel that Vimal sir, and you can ask your questions as well. Okay, that's how it goes. What about the Docker remaining concepts? Ashish, we'll soon let you know when is the next session. We need to complete that. But when is that? We'll soon be updating you in the respective WhatsApp groups. That's it from my side. What is the next plan? When do we have what? okay, is I'll keep you posted over this weekend, because we're going to plan your calendar that, when all we want these sessions for system design to happen and everything. So please spare me a day or two, because now I have more clarity over Vimal sir's upcoming availability, and then I'll be able to plan it. Whatever is pending in the previous programs will soon, in a week or 2 weeks, we need till December end, we'll be completing all of them. Don't worry about that. Wherever you are here right now, be there. That will help you in feeling motivated. That will help you in feeling moving forward, is a request. So today, currently, if you are in system design course or a program, feel grateful about it. And, started as a check. Okay. Thank you so much.
Really, your voice is not coming. Are you speaking?
I'm sorry, I got disconnected, Vimal sir. I just said that, sir, you can just start the session. From my side, I just said I'm over, and you can start it. Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome to everyone to this. I don't have a word for this program. Is most awaited program I can say, because it is everything. It is everything. That's what I can use the word here, because it is a design of entire system. Okay, that's what we are going to learn in this particular training. Okay, so my motto is, as we are the technological guys, students or maybe professionals, right? And what is our goal? Mostly our goal is to work with some company, especially the product-based company. Okay, example, maybe Google or Amazon or maybe Facebook or Meta, whatever the name you say here. Let's say Facebook, for example. Okay, maybe Meta. So our goal is to work with this company, right? What this company is providing? They are providing app or the product. Okay, so for example, if you talk about Facebook, right? So this is what the app they have or the product they have. One of the product they have is Facebook. Okay, that's what they provide. So what we want, one of your goal, okay, one of your individual goal may be to work with them as a job. Or one of the goal maybe, guys, you want to create your own startup. Okay, we have my idea, something Facebook, or you might have some your own custom personal idea that you want to build your entire product or the app based upon your idea. Okay, but motto is either you work with some company in their product, or you have your own idea to build your product, something like this, or maybe some better than this. Okay, but in this case, okay, if you're working at a job in this, you have to work for this product, but what job you will do there? Because if you talk about one product, it may be for the user perspective or the customer perspective, like one single page or one single website where they give you some option to log in, or they give you some option to see the post or comment something or like something or to search something. They give you something to interact with this app. Okay, but for the user perspective, okay, we have limited facility, okay, that we can perform, or we have limited facility to use from individual app. Or for example, if you talk about Google, okay, the limited facilities they have, right? We can only type here to search it, okay, in this app. But behind the scene, lots of things is happening, guys. Okay. So behind the scene, okay, whoever created this app or this entire platform, or maybe I can use the word here, this entire system. Okay. Whoever created this entire system, okay, they have done lots of things behind the scene while planning it or by creating this. Okay. Or I can say before they create this platform, they have designed it completely. They design it what they would like to avail from this platform or from this particular system. Okay, that design is known as, in the simple term, is known as system design. It is not, sorry guys, 1 minute please, okay, hold for a second. Okay, so it is not like this blindly they come up, right? They have one idea in their mind that this kind of facility they want to provide. Okay, and whatever idea they have in the mind, in the idea there might be multiple functionalities they have to provide. Maybe whoever create this Facebook, they might have the idea that one of the facility is they can log in. Okay, it's but obvious. Or we have to ask them that anybody can post, and we can see somebody post, or anybody can create a friends or connections over here. So multiple ideas they have, multiple facility of features they plan over here. It's called functionality. They plan in this system. Okay, but we can't directly, whatever idea in the mind, we can't directly implement this. It is not like this. Directly start writing the code for this. Yeah, if you're a small organization, you think you're just a new idea with you, and this idea you want to implement very quickly, then we can start writing the code in their respective programming languages, depend upon you want to create a web app or you want to create a mobile app, right? So we can start it. But here I'm talking more about not for the smaller app that is this what idea we have and start creating this. Let's see in the future, maybe one or two or 10 customer will start with. Okay, so that is a big challenge to handle limited customers or limited traffic. Okay, I'm talking about the big system, the giant system. Okay, like Facebook or like Amazon or like Uber or Netflix. Okay, so the design that they have for the entire platform or the system is very big, very complex. Complex does not mean that it's harder to understand. Okay, anything we can understand if you know the logics. Complex means lots of pieces, tools, technologies, concepts, right? Thing is integrated here and there to done the job. Okay, to the job. It's not like one single thing we have. We have a cloud, we have a container, we have multiple programming languages, we have multiple databases, we have message queue, we have application server, we have middleware. Okay, we have data warehouse, we have big data, we have machine learning. Lots of component and pieces together working, or technology working together and create this entire system. So for the user perspective, it look like just as one single page, one single website. But behind the scene, guys, there's lots of component connected while designing this entire system. Okay, and now in in this training, designing does not mean as a theoretical design. Okay, here designing means whatever idea we have or whatever idea behind this in Facebook or Twitter or Uber use, we have to understand this idea first, or we understand this entire design first conceptually, and then we'll also implement also and build also. Okay, in that context, according to my knowledge, again according to my training, so my team research also, this is the first program in this entire planet. Okay, there's a 100% practical program. Okay, because if you see anywhere and everywhere about the system design, okay, 99.99% content training or maybe YouTube videos, they only talk about, okay, just to explain your system design in such a way that you will prepare yourself for the job interviews in the top companies. Because if you go for any product-based companies, they have a big system. So they expect from their new, interviewer or new job interviewer guys, that they should know the system design as a logical perspective, conceptual perspective, because they have to work on their big company team. Okay, so mostly any training that is available in the market, it is preparing only for the job, not for the job, I can say job interviews, so you can crack the job. But I told you guys, if you guys with me in my some other training also, I keep on talking about this term multiple time again and again, that it is not only to get the job. Getting job is not the big deal, but after get the job, let's say your journey start from here, this is a timeline, this is the point where you get the job. But how well you do after the job, that will decide your life and your future career. If you don't have in-depth knowledge, right knowledge, and the practical knowledge, that's what I'm trying to tell you, implement 100% practical knowledge on those tools and the technology, you won't be able to implement there. Okay, getting the job, maybe system design is one of the kind of gate pass for you for getting the good job and the great job. But okay, if you don't know how to implement those concepts and technology practically, plus to integrate is a big key here. Because here, if you talk about Facebook, it is not one thing. Multiple components, tool and technology, they connect together, integrate together somehow, that make this entire big platform or system. Okay, so if you don't have practical knowledge plus how to integrate this together, you won't be able to grow it in a future job. So you have to think, guys, do you want to only get the job? Then knowledge, whatever available in the market, in the YouTube channel is more than enough. Just go for some videos, go for some system design, what they use in Facebook or Uber or Netflix. Understand conceptually, that's all. And when interview asks, talk the way it is there available in the market, you might get the job. But okay, you won't grow much in the career future, right? Because you don't know how to make it practically. And one more challenge here is this system there is so vast, so much technology is there in the system there, because it is everything, right? Okay, system design is everything behind the Facebook, is everything behind the Netflix and the Uber, from the streaming app to streaming services to real time, collecting the data, storing the real time database, collecting in the real time app, right? So much. It's not a small thing. So much independent pieces working together, right? Working together, I can say, independent pieces. Right, so it's so vast. That is one of the big reasons there is no exclusively or independent training available completely on the system design that cover everything practically or with a practical approach in the system design. So that is the reason I'm saying here, according to me, this is the first ever training available in the market that we created here, and this is I'm so much excited for this program. There is 100% practical training. Okay, whatever concept we are going to discuss, we are going to implement also practically. Okay, and my plan is after this training completed, whatever system that you see, okay, maybe Facebook or the Netflix, almost the similar system we can able to implement by ourselves. Okay, by ourselves. That is one of the goal I have a plan for you. Okay. So this is one thing. Now, second thing is, so design word might confuse you because this is what the topic name available in the market. Design is more look like we are designing, we are planning, again, trying to doing a discussion that this is what the architecture of the, let's say, Netflix or the Amazon or Uber. Okay, but here we are not only designing, we are also going to implement it, set up it. Okay, the way it has been, it should be designed. Okay, so that is the reason I'm using this term. His training would be 100% practical. Second thing, Okay, but if you just try to divide system design in two parts, and this is one big name, one big topic. If you try to split this topic in two parts, so mostly it is the two famous term we use in the market is called LLD, low level design, and HLD, high level design. Okay, so again, because it is design topic, design means normally conceptually we have understood. Okay, but guys, when I use this term design, I also means implement also. Okay, implement, development, deployment. Okay, multiple term we can use, but let me use one simple generic term here called system complete implement. Okay, or I can say practical implement. Okay, but this topic is divided into two part, LLD or HLD. Okay, so for example, if you want to do a design of Facebook, for example, okay, so what Facebook as a product will give you as offer of facilities or functionalities. Okay, so we have some discussion form where we at the high level we discuss about all the functional requirement of what functionality this Facebook will give you. Okay, functionality in the non-technical way and technical way. So we discuss there. Okay, or in the high level we will talk about, okay, if Facebook is growing and more customer gonna come up. Okay, it's called scalability. How you're going to implement the scalability of it. If something goes down, okay, so how you're going to handle the fault tolerance. Okay, any disaster happens, so how are you going to manage the disaster recoveries? Okay, how you maintain the consistency. Okay, so these are a few concepts and topic normally sorry, we will discuss in the high level design. Again, this is very for company, product or program. There's no hard and fast rule that these are the topic we have to discuss. Okay, but there's a very generic meaning. These are the some few topics conceptually we have to understand in HLD. Okay, but if you talk LLD, low level designs. Okay, so where it is more about low level. For example, you want to try to design the system. Okay, so the low level means because mostly guys in this kind of products we have a lot of data, right? And how well you organize the data. Okay, so which data structure we should use, which databases we use. Should we use for this kind of data RDBMS kind of world, or should we use NoSQL kind of databases? In NoSQL, should we use Cassandra? Should we use Redis? Should we use for example, MongoDB? Okay, for example, if you talk Facebook, so in the Facebook and searching here, we have huge data here. So should we use Cassandra? Okay, or maybe in the Facebook chat option we have. So for chatting options, we have to store the multiple chats or threads of the chat. Should we use edge-based databases that mostly we see in the big data world? Okay, and again, there are a lot of because right now we talk about which data structure use, which programming language you use, what is the best optimal way to do the programming. So we have a solid principle. Okay, so every solid means a different type of word has different meaning that we have to do while planning. Which is the best algorithm to use to solve certain problems. Okay, or if you have because we are dealing with the data, so mostly we have to use object-oriented programming. Okay, so what design pattern we use, which principles we use of object-oriented programming. Okay, so point guys here is I'm just trying to give you very basic terminology here. Okay, if you talk about this entire design of any product of this kind of big platform, okay, we have to think in all the angles, right? Within all the angles. For example, if you talk about higher designs, right? For example, if you talk about the scalability, as soon as the traffic increase, how quickly you can scale. If you guys was with me, one of the system design webinar I did long back where I talk about Hotstar. So I was talking about one use case of the Hotstar, okay, of some India versus I think New Zealand match, okay, where I discuss about the system design. I highly recommend if you missed that particular webinar from my side. I have given, I think, the YouTube. I just go through it. I've given you lots of very, very powerful information over there. Okay, so there's one situation over there come up, suddenly traffic increase. It's not one simple thousands of customer, right? Suddenly in the Hotstar, within a minute, millions of customers start joining. Okay, and sudden spike on the traffic. So if your system is not system is not stable to handle those spike, then your design is not proper. And guys, system design is not a small thing, guys. It's a complete business, right? Means your complete business is depend upon this. You can't say that sudden traffic increase, so what can we do? Obviously it will go down. We never know this kind of thing happen, right? You can't say this kind of thing in the business, right? If suddenly millions and millions of customers join, so your product go viral, sudden spike come up due to any of the reason. For example, here the live cricket match was going on. Okay, so your system to be so much stable, okay, that you have to handle that much kind of load. Okay, here the intelligence of the guys who design the high level things. They should know how quickly we can scale. For scaling, should we use cloud platform? Okay, should we use public cloud or private cloud? Should we use hybrid cloud? Should we use container technology? Okay, in the cloud, should we use pre-warm instances, or we launch the instances with auto scaling? Okay, again hundreds of things there. Okay, so point is, in the high level, we have to plan lots of things. It's not a perfect way, but you can say it is like a more about operations perspective. Okay, it's not a perfect answer right now for this class, but let's say operation perspective means which cloud platform to use, how you handle something fail. For example, your setup is going in cloud, for example, in some area, let's say in India, if due to some reason, because of some natural disaster has something happened, then how you going to handle the customer, because entire system, entire region goes down. So you have multi-region plans for the disaster recovery. Okay, so in the high level there, lots of things we discuss. Okay, how we are going to handle the entire system, mostly as an operation perspective. In low level design, it is more about, okay, when you start developing the code, either you are the developer or you're going to hire the developer. Okay, so it is not like this developer has to think, okay, how they're going to write the algorithm, or developer has to think what kind of class they're going to design, how they're going to design the class. In the class, how many data members they use, how many method they use, where they do encapsulation, or where they do inheritances and all the things. And your class is going to store the data in the databases. Okay, and how they design the tables or schemas there. Okay, so the guy who managed the LLD, low level design, for the entire system design, guys, they do lots of brainstorming. Okay, they should know the actual goal of the company, where the product is going on, how much customer gonna come up, when the customer going to come in, which sometimes we have a mega sale in Amazon, for example. Okay, so how are we going to handle those customers? So so everything is be seamless, is a very, very smooth of any onboarding of the customer and what kind of app you have. Okay, so it's a very serious topic, I can say. Okay, learning just C++ or Python, or just learning cloud, or just learning Linux, or just learning one topic is a small part of any big organization as a system design or the entire product. But anyone who are responsible in the company, in the businesses for the entire system design, they are very, very responsible guy. They're the top guys in the knowledge of technical skills or in the knowledge of job or the job title also. And that is the reason, guys, if you are want to be part of some businesses, either in your company or maybe some of the company in the top core job roles or with the top profiles. Obviously, if you have top roles or top profiles, you will always get the best packages also. There's a different point. Okay. Then if you have this much skills of all the knowledge and how these all the things connect together, and how as a management prospect also this will flow in the company. Okay, you will get an opportunity. I'm not saying as you join the company you'll get the system design role, okay, as a top position, but you will be always be prioritized to be part of that kind of role in the company, because you have that much skills, you have that kind of thinking approach, because you know everything, every component, and how to work together. Okay, so that is the reason, guys, if you see the content of the system design, what this is system design complete and practical, that's what we planned for. And very happy lots of guys from the corporate worlds have joined this program. They know the power of this topic, what level of things the company need. So we're happy a lot of corporate guys also joined. Otherwise, we have a lot of students also. Okay, if you see, guys, we have an entire topic, whatever possible tools and the topics we need in system design we have here. Okay, even though this topic is a low level design, we talk about schema, design, and all the things. Machine code is more like a coding, programming in the best way, selecting best data structures or best algorithm, but it's like a lower level. Okay, because when you create any app or the product, okay, writing the code is not the only thing. Writing the code is simplest thing possible ever. But before we start creating the code, okay, you have to design your classes. You have to design your I can say underscore classes only. Okay, in the classes, what kind of, how you're going to organize the data. Okay, or maybe before putting anything database or design, what kind of database design you or what kind of schema you need. This is very critical. Let's be discussing the lower level design. Okay, in high level design, we'll talk about load balancing, distributed system, which kind of cluster we need. Entire architecture design means what we are going to use. If you're going to use containers, in the container you're going to use Kubernetes or Swarm or OpenShift. Cloud, you're going to use Azure or AWS or multi-cloud or hybrid cloud. Okay, and which kind of database are you going to use? SQL, NoSQL, right? That's what we design. Again, design does not mean you are the one who going to set up the instance on AWS cloud, or you are the one who going to create a schema in the Oracle database. Okay, means plan it completely. This is what we were looking for. Then you can hand it over your design to the respective database team or cloud team. They will do the remaining part of it. But in this training, we are going to do everything from ourselves. Whatever we design, we are going to implement it. For example, we are doing some load balancer, and say this is what the kind of load balancer we need, or this is the design of load balancer we need. Okay, so we will go and implement this, set up this and test this. So we are the one going to design, we are going to implement, and we are the one who are going to test it, so that we come to know whatever we design is up to the requirement or not, what we're looking for. And for testing, we can do multiple tests. Obviously, whatever setup we are going to do is not real. It will be real, but because you don't have the customer, so you can't see, okay, it is up to the requirement. If the company becomes giant, and you want to implement for the company who have a huge customer base. So we have a lot of testing tool available. Okay, for the load testing or stress testing and some more kind of testing. So you can test it so that it can be appropriate for the real world use case or not. Okay, so we can have a confidence that whatever we plan is up to the real world scenario or not. Okay, so this is a concept. But based on this concept, there are lots of topic come under this umbrella. System design is a big topic, divided two part, LLD and HLD. But under this, there's lots of subtopic gonna come up that we are going to learn individually. Okay, for example, there's one topic called message queue gonna come up. Okay, or I can say, let me take one other topic like microservice gonna come up. Okay, so microservice is one topic gonna come up. Okay, so it will help us that any product if you want to build. Okay, so do you able to build for monolithic or microservices? Okay, mostly guys we always want to microservices. But again, microservices again multiple design, depend on product to product, requirement to requirement, or maybe this is one big product, they have multiple microservices. So this facility for login, or this facility for chatting, this facility of having see how many likes we have, multiple different microservices we have. So which microservice is best suitable for this facility or this functionality? This will be planned here in the microservices. Okay, not only plan, we also implement it. Okay, guys, by for your knowledge, if you guys might miss my microservice classes, microservice training already started last week for you. Okay, the last week we already started the microservice there where I talk about what is microservice and all the stuffs. But in my upcoming classes of the microservice, we're going to implement the microservices. Then we'll talk about the multiple use case dependent on the scenarios and the design pattern. Okay, on the microservices. Okay, so I can say one of the very important tool or very important architecture behind the system design is microservices. If you have a great knowledge of microservices, lots of the part of the system design of any of the product will be most of the part will be covered in the microservices or MSA training. This already started, but if you talk about system design, is one of the topic. But while learning the microservices, you will see there's one challenge gonna come up. Is okay, in the microservice, we need two microservices can talk to each other. So again, we have different design pattern to they're not design pattern, it's a different way we can talk between two microservices. Okay, either they talk directly or they talk via message queue or message broker. So there this topic gonna come up, message queue or the Kafka. So we guys going to discuss Kafka over there. So Kafka is again individual tool we have. So we will do an independent training on the Kafka first. So guys, you can comfortable with Kafka completely. After you learn the Kafka, then we implement the Kafka in the microservice to complete one of the part of the microservices. Then you'll see in the microservices, okay, there's different microservices we have, and we learn one principle in the microservices. Every microservice has their own personal database system, depend upon what kind of service they require, either SQL or no SQL. Okay, so there we learn different databases. Okay, some key value databases, some is Cassandra, some other kind of database also. And depending upon the situation, first we learn the entire Cassandra database. Independent training gonna come up. After you learn the entire Cassandra databases or the Cassandra cluster and other things also, then depending upon the situation, we'll implement it. For example, if we talk about Facebook, the Facebook in the top bar, what they search, I believe mostly they use Cassandra behind the scene in that use cases. Okay, so for example, if you want to build this kind of search app in your product, maybe look like one single button, but behind this in like different microservices. So we build a different code for this. Okay, and database also. But before we create this microservice, you should know how to write the code, plus you should know how to work with the database, plus you should know how to design that part of the code and the database also. So that's what guys we're gonna cover in this solid principle or the design patterns. Okay, and the low level designs. Before this, you should also know program, because to build this entire setup, connect these pieces together like a Facebook. So we should also know how to create this entire app. And this app require knowledge of full stack development. And that is, guys, we have the full stack development entire training here. So we are going to learn the entire full stack development so that we know how to develop this app. Only if you know how to develop this app, then only we can connect these pieces together. Otherwise, how can you? So here we go to learn JavaScript or Node. So we know how to do the programming and depend upon the situation and the principle and what we're looking for as a plan, we will design according to plan, according to system and those things. So guys, what I'm trying to tell you here is, okay, it is not like this. Okay, there's no meaning to start system design, because system design alone is nothing. Multiple different tool and technology, planning, architecture, design, they work together, then we integrate, then it becomes the entire platform system. Okay, but again, at the same time, whatever app you build, you deploy this app for the Unity cloud or the containers. Okay, so that we can deploy also, and as per the need come up, we can scale it, we can do the high availability, we can do load balancing. Okay, and some more services related to these services also come up. So there the need of cloud gonna come up. Or we can use some content technology like Kubernetes, OpenShift. So OpenShift, let's say, gonna come up. So first we learn OpenShift. Okay, after we learn the OpenShift, then we can see how we can deploy the things there and how we manage the scalability, load balancing, high availability over there for the app. So that's also come up. Okay. Second thing is, again, in lots of apps, for example, Netflix, we talk about, they are pure streaming services. So you should know also the streaming processing also, any live streaming going on. Okay, it is not only for the not only for the Netflix, even though other app also, for example, in the Facebook, somebody click, live data come up. How many times we refresh, where my mouse is going on, where I click on some button, we keep on sending the live data to Facebook. Okay, Facebook have to collect for further processing this data. So we should know how to do the live streaming or stream processing. Okay, and after the collect a lot of data, Facebook will analyze this data to come up with some new decisions. And because we are keep on sending huge data to Facebook, so it becomes big data. So we should know how to process the big data. So here we will go for big data technologies. So they are the role of this big data like GFS and SDFS and big table gonna come up is a big data technologies. Okay, and their team also use this data to come up with some report. Based on the report, they can do some business decisions also. Okay, so here the data warehouse technology gonna come up to be implemented. Okay, so what I'm going to have, even the caching also there. So because this app, if you don't properly organize the cache, because I can't keep on hitting this app directly. Okay, so Facebook may be running, let's say, in US, right away in India, right? Every time I don't want to go to US, so they have some cache systems here. Okay, again, multiple level of caches they have. In hard disk they have a cache, networking they have the cache, in per city they have the cache, per region they have the cache, load balancer they have the caches. So lots of different cache layers they have it going to be discussed here. For application caches to some other kind of caches or CDN caches. Okay, so guys, I know it's too much, but this is what the system design is, right? Okay, so again, so my motto, guys, here today's class is not to start the system design, frankly saying. Motto here to sync you guys with me what we are going to learn in this training. So there's a multiple, again, I'm repeating, guys, there's a multiple independent training we will perform first. Okay, we will perform microservice that's already started. We perform some database training like SQL, NoSQL. We perform full stack development training. we'll perform big data training, we'll perform Kafka training. Okay, we'll perform a training about the low level design, what are the best practices, like design problems or ops designs, right? Then, like, let's say this data structure and algorithm gonna come up. Okay, independent training will do, and as we progress, we start connecting those pieces. For example, okay, while doing the microservice training, after this training, or maybe doing this training, there's a need come up for Kafka. So at that time, we'll stop, or maybe in the parallel, depend upon the situation. Okay, we can start the Kafka also. So at that point in time, we'll get some info of Kafka. We know nothing of microservice, so we can connect this piece together. Then we go ahead. Then we have requirement of database gonna come out. So we'll again stop there, or maybe we'll start this topic also in the parallel, maybe weekdays or weekend. Okay, after acquiring some knowledge of Cassandra, other databases, we connect this piece together. And again, in the parallel, because these are the services, these are the software, you have to deploy it. And for deployment, we need OpenShift or like container technologies or cloud technologies. But we have to develop it, right? Microservice is just a concept. For development, we need something. Do you want to do a desktop development or mobile development? So for development, we'll use a full stack, like web development. The web development is one of the things that will give you lot of concepts, because in microservice, we have to do lots of REST APIs. And here we have to build the REST APIs very easily. Okay, so we will, in parallel, we do the developments. By the development also, we have to optimize the code. We will design the code, design the classes, and lots more things. For designing, there's a part of LLD. This depends upon the requirement, what kind of design you want to do. Then we use the concept of DSA, data structures and the algorithms, and object-oriented designings and the principles we use. Okay, and obviously when we start writing the code, automatically solid principle will come up. Okay, so for example, when we have a need, when we get a functionality, every functionality like microservices, we try to give every functionality a single responsibility. I don't want one function can to perform two things, to better design and planning. Okay, so it is not what a single topic we can start. Okay, we have to keep on taking up one topic. Second topic also will start in the parallel, depend upon the situation. Then we'll start integrating this together. Now, when to start what? Which topic will start parallel? Which topic will start after complete one topic? How to integrate? This is my complete responsibility. You don't have to worry about this. What you have to do, you have to just come to the classes, understand the concept, ask the queries and practice it. Ask the queries and practice it. Do it. But after this entire training complete, okay, that day, okay, I will talk on multiple system designs behind Uber or Facebook, or maybe I think we have some topic also here. Yeah, these are about Dropbox, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Uber, these things. Okay. When I explain this topic, then I can relate with all the topics. See, this is the Facebook. In the newsfeed, they are using this. So behind this, they're using this database. This is all the plan they have done. Okay, and all the things. Okay, then you can very easily relate whatever we learn it. Even though while learning the topic also, I keep on writing some part in between. For example, when I go for some database, I'll talk about this is what the database tutor use behind the scene. This is how they plan the database. Okay, but so I can keep on giving the multiple use cases when the respective topic come up. And if you guys with me in my microservice first class, that's what I've given you very high level in my first class of the microservice also. But okay, after the entire topic come up, after some month, then this all the topic I'm gonna complete it. Then I will talk about the multiple system designed by these kind of organizations. So you will feel so much confident that yeah, whatever knowledge we acquired, the investment of time we have done was worth. Now I know all the designs behind the scene, so I can relate your concept. Okay, normally what happens in the market, whenever we learn the system design, okay, we have one lecture on Insta design, we have one lecture on Twitter design, we have one on Facebook design. We can see this is what the pieces connected, but we don't know how to implement those pieces. We don't know how to practically see this. We don't know how to do the testing. We don't know how to implement code. We have no idea. Okay. But that is not the right approach, I believe. Right approach is learn everything, connect together, and then try to see as a comparison what you know with the comparison of what these guys are using. That's what the approach I am going to use, because this training is not only system design, it's a complete 100% practical training for what we have planned for. Okay, so for this training, what is the minimum requirement? Okay, there is no as such minimum requirement. From zero, we are going to start. but basic thing is basic skills. For example, basic knowledge of networking, I recommend you should have. Basic knowledge of Linux, I recommend you should have. Basic knowledge of container technology like Docker, you should have. Basic knowledge of programming languages, you should have. Okay, so these are the basic things I'm recommending that you should have. I don't want to invest the time. By chance, if you think no, I don't know container, so we'll provide a Docker classes to you free. If you say no, I don't know programming, okay, so we can provide a free classes on the programming. For example, microservices, we'll see more example Java. So we can give you free training on Java. Okay, in data structure, we're going to discuss in a planning part. Okay, so for this, you should know data structure also. Even though data structure, DSA, I can say, is not part of this program. But if you say, no, I don't know about data structure algorithm, so we can provide the data structure training free. So again, this is a new announcement for you guys. Till date, we haven't announced this point, but it is one extra announcement for you. Okay, in system design, as a prerequisite, you should know data structure and algorithm. And more deep you know, better and powerful you can design your system. Okay, but let's say you don't know data structure, like graph or like tree or like linked list or different algorithms. Okay, so we can give this training free to you. Okay, and the good thing is, guys, I recently, means today only, I started this batch. So I can, we can give this training free to you, or you can think this training is a part of system design. Okay, why is it important? Because when we do a web development part, better you can design the code. That's what the part of the LLD going to come up. You to design the entire OOPS and the entire machine code design, means the entire code design. Okay, so if you know how to design it, then the skill of DSA gonna come up. It will help you a lot. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not asking to again register with us in a DSA course. So we can provide you free this program to you. This we started today only. Today, guys, class you guys might miss. So I ask my team, they can give this video to you. So you can go to the video of this today's class DSA. Then you guys continue with this topic. Okay. So this thing. So there's technically, I'm trying, guys, to make this training in such a way. There's no prerequisite. Okay. But if you think, what are this topic I'm talking about? For example, the DSA, because DSA, guys, I'm going to train you in the C++ language. So you guys might say, I don't know C++. So again, we can give C++ training also free to you. So my point here is, what I'm trying to tell you here is, the prerequisite for this training is, C++ basic level, so that you can understand DSA. You should know basic Java, so you can implement microservices. You should know basics about Linux, nothing much. Okay. You should know very basic about networking, and very basic about the content technology like Docker. Okay. So this is just a prerequisite. I believe most of you guys know this, but anyone who does not know this, okay, we can provide this extra free classes by me, recorded classes. So you guys can complete this Okay, you don't have to complete within a week. Just keep on learning it as per your whatever the time you can guys manage. Okay, right now, okay, in upcoming days, we are investing time on one by one. Okay, so right now we are started investing, not today, in my weekend classes, we are studying investing time of the microservices. Okay, so that is what we're going to do from this week. So microservices we are already started, but weekends we're studying investing in time of microservices. Weekdays we are investing time on the data structure algorithm. Okay, for this part, especially the LLD part, especially the designing ops part and the designing machine course and planning this part. Okay, and plus soon we also starting the OpenShift also. Why OpenShift? Because it is a tool for the containers and any application if you want to deploy. For what purpose? For the purpose of scalability, high availability, and load balancing. Okay, so nowadays we use most a container technology, and OpenShift is one of the great tool in the container. Either you can use Kubernetes also, but due to some reason I am using OpenShift instead of Kubernetes. So that's what we're going to study. Even though OpenShift is not mentioned over here, but I have to use some of the tool who can do this part to us. Okay, so either I can go for Kubernetes, I choose OpenShift. Okay, why OpenShift? Because this give me a capability to set up the hybrid cloud. How they give me this facility, that's what we'll discuss in this training. Okay, so we will discuss that. And connecting the multiple pieces, like I want to connect my app to databases, app deployment on the cloud, not on the cloud, or everything we can do very, very sophisticated with the OpenShift. Plus, implement the microservices, implement the Kafka. It can be done very, very easily in the OpenShift. It means they give a proper connector and extensions over there. Okay, so that's what we will do. So initial topic that we'll start in this system design training is a microservices, DSA, and the OpenShift. Okay, there's a initial topic we're going to start. So for the DSA, C++ you should know. For microservice, you should know Java. And for OpenShift, you should know basic Linux, basic networking, basic Docker. Only basic level you should know. Okay, that's what the minimum requirement is. And those things we will provide you guys as a recording. Because when you get the time, learn it. Okay. So this was the plan, guys, for today's class. Is my intention is not to start the particular topic, because there's no good reason to start the particular topic, but you should know what is going to happen in the upcoming days. Okay, and after this entire topic completed individually, you will see how these. So I'm not saying after complete every topic we connect the pieces. I'm saying as the topic is keep on completing, I keep on adding and connecting the pieces together. That's it called integration. We keep on doing as we progress. Okay, today's class, guys, might look very overwhelming for you. Okay, especially who are listening this term first time. Okay, so don't worry about this. My plan for today's class is not to train you. My plan is to tell you that this is the big topic. Lots of individual pieces come up. Every piece we learn individually and start connecting individually as we progress in this program. Okay, and as soon as this topic is completing, you become very, very comfortable in these topics. Okay, so that is the that is only intention why we are today here. Okay, otherwise next class, guys, would be microservices. I think next microservice class will be on this Sunday. One class we already did. By chance we missed that class, just please take the video from my team and complete this class. Second thing, guys, okay, we we are trying to create a rule in the Linux world that we don't provide the recorded video. No video recording provided. Okay, because what we observe, guys, if you provide a recorded video, okay, to you guys, the participant and the students, okay, normally we as a human tendency have that one challenge of procrastinating the thing. We think we have it, so we'll think we will learn in the future, but that time never come. So what a time and money you invested is pure wasted, and you won't grow because you're not acquiring the knowledge, so you won't grow the way you should grow in your life, right? So to support you and to push you also, because sometimes we as a human being need a push, okay, to push you. So we're trying to create this rule that if you don't provide the recording video, we have to give your dedicated time in this live training with me. And obviously, if you are there in the live training, okay, so you can ask the query here. My team will also help you per day basis to solve your queries. Okay, and you dedicate your time for this learning, and more you learn, more you grow in your life. That's what the idea is. So we don't give a recorded video. By chance, if you miss some class due to some XYZ reason, that is a different point. You can demand or request for the video. My team will provide to you. Otherwise, okay, no video recorded provided. Neither we allow to do a screen recording at your end also. Okay, so there's one small thing I want to add here. I want you guys with me in the live training, so we can enjoy more, and you guys can ask practice, and you can ask proper query directly to me in this live training. Okay, so that's all, guys. See you in microservices training. Okay, any doubts if you have till now, you guys can also ask me. No, Mohan, Ansible is not part of this program. Even the Ansible we are starting tomorrow. If you want to learn, you can learn separately. It's a good tool to learn, but Ansible we are not a part of this training. So Docker training, Nagesh, we are going to give you Docker basic level training free. Okay, so you don't have to enroll again. You don't have to pay the amount. Okay, so we are giving a Docker basic level training free. That much knowledge is enough to go for the next part in this training. Okay, so you don't have to again enroll for Docker. So we'll provide to you. Okay. So will it get confused combined so many? No, okay. This is my responsibility. If you see today class, okay, it looked like very confusing how we're going to integrate. Okay, but this is the responsibility of the teacher or the mentor, right? How I make the thing simple for you and how I take you toward the next part of connecting these dots. So this is my responsibility. You don't have to scale what you write here, how to do this, right? It is something like this. Let's focus on this example, but yeah, don't worry about it. This is my responsibility to connect these dots, right? So don't overwhelm this class. I don't want you guys to got depressed that I have so much things to do. Everything is very, very interesting. You will enjoy every topic, and plus integration also. But always just be very clear with the goal. The goal is very clear that I want to be a very limited system designer guys in this world who know everything practically to implement, connect the dot together. That is the ultimate goal we have. So you have the big heart. Thank you very much, somebody. What is the important system and technical? This is what Azure we are doing here, right? Importance is if you want to create, because we are technical guy, right? And how Facebook has been created with technology. I want to create what is happening behind it. I want to set up, implement what is happening behind it. Then I should know complete system design. Okay. Otherwise, how can I build this, set up this, or implement this? Either for your own company, if you want to build your own company, or you want to work with this company. Because they also keep on coming multiple new products. Or maybe they have whatever product they are working on, they need somebody to handle this. They need somebody to optimize it or manage it, right? So they need someone, right? So they're the role of we guys can come up. No, Sarthak, there will be no confusion. It is something like this. Okay, if I give if I give a different characters to you, right now you're learning in nursery. Okay, different alphabets. L, this is O, this is E. Okay, so different alphabet you are learning. Then next step will help you to connect this alphabet, right? H, E, L, L, O. Then it was a hello. Okay. Initially, when you start learning the straight line or slight line or till line, all the things, that time I can help you to create this hello word, right? Slowly, we first learn how to write this line in the pre-nursery classes. Then we start writing alphabets. We practice this. Then we'll start picking some alphabet, creating a word. After getting the word, then we start writing the paragraph. It's a process, right? I can jump directly here. Similarly, I can jump directly here. And we start with this process, step by steps. When you reach to this process, then these things look like a very piece of cake, right? Nothing complex for you. Similarly, when you start building this, when you reach this process, these components, whatever you learn and see here, look like a very small thing for you. So I'm not jumping directly. How to create this statement. This is my responsibility to slowly take you there. But it takes some time. Okay, that's what we are in order here. So grateful to you, sir, for amazing training. I'll be waiting for this next one. Thank you very much. So are we going to learn this? Yes, we are going to learn Priyans. We will learn Cassandra and some other databases also in this training. Whatever there in this course content, we are going to learn. Okay, from very zero. Different with Quarkus and Spring Boot. There was in my microservices classes, that is tomorrow. I think we are going to start Quarkus in my next class. That time I will talk about what is Quarkus, and maybe upcoming class I'll talk about the difference between Quarkus and the Spring Boot. Okay. Most of the thing is there, Chaitanya, but not all. Okay. Earth has a huge thing, right? They have a technical, non-technical, other things also that is going on in Earth. But if we talk about technical content, but not every document content is part of the system design. Yeah, most of the part of is there in system design. No, Mohit, system design and machine learning is not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Okay. So system design is this one. Okay. Maybe in the system design, some product might need machine learning. So machine learning is not part of this. We are not discussing here. But if your product need machine learning extra as a one extra facility, then those who know machine learning, they can apply it. But in this training, we haven't included machine learning because we don't need machine learning, because it's just a one extra facility that a product, if you need, they can use, right? So machine learning is not part of system design. Yeah, if you guys in Earth 3.0 or Earth student, they have this machine learning extra as a topic. We learn separately, but it is not part of system design. Okay. So guys, don't worry about the timing of the classes. There might be some changes in the timing. Okay, so any changes in the timing will be updated to your respective groups, right? So don't worry about the timing part. Yes, yes, Mobile, you are right. So that's all, guys, from my side. Intention is to sync with you guys. I have full confidence. Thank you very much. Okay. So only to update you. So now onward, whenever we are learning any of this topic, these are the part of system design only. Microservices, DSA, okay, Kafka or Cassandra or databases. Okay, so these are the topic of system design. Just wanted to tell you this so there will be no confusion. Okay, and as we progress, we keep on connecting this dot together or connecting this technology and tool together. Okay, so that's all, guys, from my side. See you next in the microservice training. That's day after tomorrow on Sunday. Bye. Good day and see you.